Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm from group 3, which will do on submission approval. My group mate is myself, Siti Sarah, and also Fadhil. Hope you enjoy this presentation.
Assalamualaikum. Today I'm going to present my part about submission process and letters and drawing required for landscape approval in local authorities. So first we start from submission process. Okay, before the project is approved, the submission is required to ensure a fast approval process. Okay, all council have different requirement but for the most, the landscape plan should address following: first, location of the building footprint; second, a statement of environmental effect; third, existing tree and vegetation to retain or remove; four, private open space; site plan, site analysis; hard area and soft area ratios; proposed additional planting; elevation and section plans for anything that the project want to build; erosion and sediment control plan; and access and amenity. So for the submission approval, for many landscape design project, there is government approval for the local authorities. They are called master plan planning development; second, master plan concept; third is town planning approval, and others name that required government assess and approve design. Okay, for the government approval, it have several stage. It can stretch out to 4 years depending on the size of development. Second, environmental and economic impacts. Third, and design complexity. If the design is complex, the more time needed. Okay. Most government provide a set of guidelines and pro forma forms and required for landscape architect to complete and accepted submission, and then review, and then get a government approval. Some government require the design must be advertised and published publicly to allow for comments and objection, because design is like it's okay. Next, there may also be an appeals process if the design is unsuccessful due to government or community concern. This is also where landscape architect can be called as an expert witness to provide a peer review and objective independent opinion for or against the proposed design. Okay, next, the topic is letter and drawing required for landscape approval. Okay, we choose Majlis Perbandaran Selayang MPS. Okay, for the letters and drawing, all the letters and drawing need to be submitted at Jabatan Landscape Majlis Perbandaran Selayang. The application encouraged through pre-approval before submitting the drawing or letters. The required document is must have a landscape plan recommendation. Second, planning permission plan. Third is DCLM report. Fourth is site image. Fifth is another related document. Okay, next, the document required for landscape application. Okay, the document is application form for landscape plan approval. Second is advice form. Third is checklist for landscape plan approval application. Fourth is application information for landscape. Fifth is the maintenance forms. Sixth is a checklist of document and a detailed checklist for the landscape department. From the landscape negara. Okay. Next, the drawing include in this must include master plan. Second is landscape plan, which is softscape plan, hardscape plan, planting schedule, contouring plan, or grading plan, retaining wall, and others. Third is a planting plan. Fourth is a development plan. Fifth is the hardscape detail. Sixth is section and elevation plan. 7 and lighting plan. And that's it. I think I pass to Safiah for the next presentation.
Okay, for my part, I will present on the criteria for approval of the drawings from the perspective of the local authority. So the drawing will be approved based on the landscape plan will be approved based on the requirements given of the project and the guidelines provided by the local authority, such as the garis panduan permohonan kelulusan landscape Majlis Pembedaran Selayang, which I included in the slide. And usually the official guidelines according to the specific place like Selayang can be downloaded online, so it's easy. So the garis panduan, the guidelines listed things such as mainly what Sarah already said. The application must be sent to the one-stop center, which is in Selayang, and all the plans and all the letters must be sent perfectly and completed in a completed form. And basically they highlights like a few things like last time I checked on the DBKL website, which they listed some of the softscape that they avoided, they cannot use because maybe of the poison and the branch is too fragile and is pointy, have sharp pointy ends of the leaves, such as Lamanda catartica, which is they have some fluid from the trees that is poison, and Albizia facata, which have very fragile tree branches, and Liquala chinensis, which have pointy sharp ends of the leaves. So yeah, that's all from me, and I'll pass the next presentation to Fadhil.
Okay, next is reasons for unapproved plans and reasons for approval. Okay, first, all landscape project to be constructed by any party require prior approval from the local authority where the project is to be constructed. Okay, this control is introduced to ensure that structures are constructed on suitable locations and are safe, habitable places for working and dwelling, and in accordance to the buildings by law. Okay, there are three reasons for approval. First is to comply with guidelines and regulations as stated in Uniform Building by Law 1984, Street Drainage and Building Act 1974, and Building Standard and Regulation by Building Department itself. Second is correct given information such as site plan not complete with north point, name of access road, site contact, lot size, and road width. Third is preferred drawing skills such as master plan, section, elevation, perspective, construction drawing, structural planting method. Next is process after approval, Form B, until construction and completion of the project. Okay, first, landscape plan that have been approved only applicable for 12 months and must be renewed due expiry of the period. Second is amendment plan. If there are changes that will affect the approved landscape plan, the applicant must submit a new landscape plan. And third, landscape work visit will be conducted by local authorities to specify required provision that must be fulfilled.